4 clubs promoted to replace Torino, Pisa, Pescara and Como. Also back in the big time, Genoa, Udinese and Cremonese. Inter defending the championship, in pursuit in particular, Milan, Napoli, Juventus and Sampdoria. The World Cup waiting for the most talented performers, a rewarding recipe for glorious goals.
Bonami, Desotti went to the right and accelerated beautifully. Well, a sensational equaliser from Desotti. All coming as Bergnick would realise from the goalkeeper's throw at the other end. They swept the length of the field. Limpar collected the ball, then Bonami, but look at Desotti's work off it to make the pass possible, and then his speed to get to it first. 1-1. They've had to do much more of the defending, and they had to defend again against Klinsmann, and he's away. Jürgen Klinsmann, 2-0. A great start to the second half. Just what Inter would have wanted, but what Juventus would have dreaded. And it came really from a goalkeeper's clearance. Serena won yet another decisive header. And Klinsmann, having lost Gallia, beat the sweeper Tricella, and then calm as you like, rolled it under Tacconi. Great goal.
Almost half an hour gone in the first half, and no sign so far of a repeat of last season when Inter won 6-0. And Giordano's given Bologna the lead. His first goal for the club. The man signed from Ascoli. And what an upset here then. Zengo's beaten. The 1-2 with Poli. And how well Bologna then opened up the Inter defence. And Giordano with a stunning strike that Zengo couldn't keep out. Verona here, struggling to get it away, and very slow coming out too. And here's Fortunato. That's number 3 for Juventus. And Verona then were looking for the offside. We'll see from the replay that the referee and linesman were absolutely right to allow Fortunato to go on. And he makes no mistake with an excellent strike. So how quickly then can Inter respond? Here's Klinsmann now. There's a chance. Oh, and he's accepted it delightfully. Jürgen Klinsmann with the equaliser for Inter Milan. And Lecce's lead lasting only 4 minutes. And that's quality finishing here from the West German international. Sending defenders the wrong way. And he had the presence of mind to chip the ball into the corner. Udinese looking to fight back here at the start of the second half. 2 goals down, Abel Balbo, and a fine run by him. Now there's a shooting chance here, and he scored. Udinese have pulled the goal back, and they pulled AC Milan apart then. The Argentine had the strength to hold off the challenge from Rijkaard. Little 1-2 here, and his shot beating Galli. Genoa pressing well here. Urban with the header. Aguilera, yes! And Genoa have taken the lead here. And no wonder these fans are celebrating. AC Milan are reeling. Just over 15 minutes to go. And the Uruguayan international, Aguilera, has given Genoa the lead. Verdes shielding it well. He's made a good run here too. Now, can he get a cross in here? He can, and a goal from Pascoli! Set up by Verdes, the old Milan star. He looked up there, he saw Pascoli coming in, and Pascoli responded admirably. 1-0. Here's Völler, shielding it well. Now, Rizzatelli. Oh, that's an excellent pass through, and Desideri has equalised for Roma. Some really intelligent play then by first Völler, and then Rizzitelli setting up the chance for Desideri, and nobody picked him up then. He pointed the way through, and he finished in style. Mauro now. Defenders backing off him, and Mauro going all the way! A magnificent goal then by Massimo Mauro, the man replacing Diego Maradona, and he's brought this game to life. Nobody seemed to want to stop him then, and that was his reply. Cerezo now, the Brazilian. Elegantly into his stride. Oh, and he's found Pellegrini! And the goal! Sampdoria have taken the lead. Luca Pellegrini. Set up then by Cesena. Marvellous through ball, and Pellegrini just guiding it beyond Fiori. Again in search of De Zotti. He's controlled it well, and he's gone round two defenders here. Now De Zotti, can he finish? Explosively. That's a stupendous strike by De Zotti, and what a superb individual goal. Baroni and Corradini exposed then. De Zotti had the pace to outstrip the defenders, and then beat Giuliani.
Mancini, and enter our players light here. Cerezo, can he take advantage of it? Toninho Cerezo for Sampdoria! Well, from a moment when it looked as though Inter might equalise, Sampdoria swept the length of the field, and they played it absolutely right on the counter-attack, as though it was a training exercise. There was movement off the ball, there was good support play, and in the end, there was great work with the ball by the 34-year-old Brazilian, Toninho Cerezo. Brilliant. Vialli paved the way with that little shimmy, and Baresi was left as the last outfield player exposed, and Zenga couldn't bail them out this time.
And I wonder how much Lazio are going to miss the thrust up front of Ruben Sosa, who's away with the Uruguayan squad. But here's Amarildo, and the goal! Amarildo with a very positive header. Some good work down the flank here. And when the cross comes over, it's perfectly flighted, and Amarildo heads in with the goalkeeper Taranio motionless on the line. Desideri for Roma. Good cross, and a goal from Tempestili. Desideri with a fine run here, and with defenders backpedaling, his cross is beyond the goalkeeper Garella, and it's Tempestili who arrives at the far post. Mateus then with the free kick for Inter. Klinsmann, 1-1. Jurgen Klinsmann with his first goal in Italy, and he will take great delight from that. A powerful header, and it's 1-1. We're now into the last minute of this game. Svetkovic, and he scored again! That's his second. And Ascoli, having gone a goal down, have turned it round. Both goals from Svetkovic. Sampdoria's lead has been overhauled here, and Svetkovic, in the very last minute of the game, is the man to make it 2-1.
Here comes Kubik. Oh, and Tacconi didn't move, and Fiorentina are level. Kubik, the Czechoslovakian midfielder, who's an outstanding striker of the ball at set plays, deceived Juventus from long range. Well, Tacconi will claim his view was blocked. Giannini moved out of the way. It went through the crowd and all the way into the back of the net.
Good tackle by Ancelotti. Here's Stropper. Oh, what a goal! Oh, that's an incredible goal by Giovanni Stropper. So much is made of the glittering star names in the Milan side, but here surely is another one in the making. Stropper, the glorious goal. Almost half an hour gone in the first half. Atalanta haven't got it clear, and Moriello gives Lecce the lead. It was only partially clear then by Stromberg, and Moriello really hammered it in. 1-0. The free kick touched off, and Schillaci! Juventus ahead, and Schillaci scores his first goal for Juventus. Touched off by Zavarov, and that's a great free kick. Vialli with the corner. Goalkeeper Ferron came for it. Tunisia missed out there. Ancelotti! Brilliant strike, and AC Milan go in front. Vialli with the corner. Ferron came for it here, but they hadn't completely got it clear. Tunisia missed his header away, and Ancelotti really driving it through.
Fusa. Well, the shot was blocked, and he loves to shoot from long range. So too does Tassotti! That's what you call a snapshot. There was no build-up. In fact, the ball was given away by Fiorentina, but Tassotti was really on his toes. They were looking to play their way out of trouble here by finding Di Chiara, and Tassotti read it and slammed it past Landucci.
It's been a real struggle for Verona in recent weeks, only 1 point from their last 4 games. But here is Pellegrini now. Davide Pellegrini. Oh, that's some way to lift the gloom. A classic strike by Pellegrini. Ascoli caught out there, and Verona in front with this emphatic shot by Pellegrini. Played into Correca with Carnevali, and they almost got through then. But Dunga finding Baggio. Now, what can he do here? It's a very impressive run by Baggio, and he's threatening to go all the way, and he has! A magnificent individual goal by Roberto Baggio, the new golden boy of Italian football, all the way from his own half then, as Fiorentina sprung so quickly from defence to attack. Round 2 tackles, Renica, Mancini beaten, and Giuliani too. And Baggio, what a goal.
As long as the ball is in this half of the field, they're in little danger of surrendering their lead a second time. Alessio. They've won it now, for sure. Angelo Alessio is back in the black and white stripes with a vengeance. He played here in the 87-88 campaign, which was a difficult time for the club. Then he had a year with Bologna. But he's justified the recall by clearing up any lingering doubts here with a third goal and a spectacular volley as well that looped over Landucci. with almost the last kick of the game. Napoli, whose unbeaten record looks pretty safe now, but it's a win they want, and Alamau is urging them on again. Here comes Maradona, and he's placed it in, and that makes certain of it. Inter just didn't have enough players back, but even so, Diego Maradona made light of what was not such an easy chance. Alamau had appreciated the best thing for Napoli here was to carry the fight to Inter and not just hang on to a one-goal lead. And he cut it back, and it was like a little pass, wasn't it, from Maradona? A pass to the back of the net. And Diego Maradona, they were saying maybe he was finished. Certainly that he was absent without leave at the start of the season. But his answer, 4 goals now in 4 games.
Vialli, good turn, good shot, and a goal! Gianluca Vialli with his 5th goal of the season, giving Sampdoria the lead. A well-worked move here. And Bottini got a hand to it, but couldn't prevent the ball going in. Dezotti already creating problems early on for AC Milan. And he might create another one here, and he most certainly has. Dezotti exchanging passes with Chiori. That opened up the Milan defence. And Dezotti tucked it away. Genoa looking for a second goal here. Touched on by Paz and steered in by Fontelan. That's 2 goals for him in 3 minutes. And Udinese are in serious trouble now. Ruben Paz just got the touch on, and Fontelan guides it in. This is Madonna. Good cross. Oh, and an excellent finish too. And it's Bresciani on his debut. Atalanta ahead. Fine acceleration shown here by Madonna. Committing defenders. And when the cross comes over, it's Bresciani who climbs the highest. Juventus having to defend their lead fairly solidly here. Fiorin. Aguilera. And there's the equaliser for Genoa. And there were 4 defenders here going for the same ball. You'll see as Fiorin collects it just outside the area. 4 defenders converge on him, and no one really has closely marked Aguilera. A quarter of an hour gone. Here's the free kick. Verdes! Oh, that's a great header from Pietro Paolo Verdes, reviving memories of his halcyon days with AC Milan. A really powerful header beyond Landucci. Milan still pressing, still hoping. Ivani. Van Basten, yes! At last! And what relief for the players of AC Milan. Marco Van Basten with his first league goal of the season, the first of many I'm sure, from Ivani's cross. AC Milan 1, Roma 0. Maialaro with the free kick. Losetto makes it 1-1. Giovanni Losetto from the free kick. A little bit of jostling going on there around the penalty spot, but nothing untidy about the header. Bonomi now for Cremonese. Zotti is pulled into the middle. And the marking wasn't too tight, and he scored! A spectacular header from Dezzotti. He does specialise in magnificent goals, this fellow. He was outside the area then with that header. 1-0. Suddenly, Roma here under a little bit of pressure. Oh, and a chance too. Levanto! He's pulled it back to 2-1, and Lecce are right back in this game now. It was all looking so comfortable for Roma, but now suddenly Levanto has put a new complexion on the game. 7 minutes to go. Baggio with the corner. Here's Valpacina, and the goal! Just past the halfway point in the first half, and Valpacina gives Fiorentina the lead. Baggio opting for the short corner, everybody else looking for the long cross, and the shot from Valpacina just squeezing in as Paliuca stretches.
There's another untidy challenge. Borgonovo has picked himself up. Oh, and Maradona's away. Suddenly a gap's opened up for him. And that's magnificent. He waited for the goalkeeper to commit himself. Well, he's back. And if he's short of full fitness, well, here we are in the dying moments, some 6 minutes left, and he still was there to dart through the centre and make the goalkeeper look something of a chump, really.
This is Dunga. Baggio, Dunga again. Oh, what a lovely reverse pass then. Baggio! And that is the goal of a gifted player. Roberto Baggio. It was Dunga's pass that set up the opportunity, but the vision of Baggio has put Fiorentina in front. A lot of movement at the wall. Only 5 minutes to go. Madonna! Yes! Atalanta ahead. They lead 2-1, and Inter Milan now in danger of losing for the second consecutive match. Madonna, what a glorious free kick. Right round the wall and curled into the corner, and the goalkeeper doesn't move, Zenga.
Well, Milan badly needs something from the free kick. They've got it with Donadoni. A classic. Well, that'll make him feel a bit better. Another look at the watch. And Donadoni got it over the wall. Tacconi didn't really see it.
Mancini, a goal! That's the second for Sampdoria. I reckon he's pretty pleased with that. Mancini makes it 2-0 to add to Salsano's goal earlier. And that's a fabulous free kick by Mancini. Here's Dossena. Oh, and Kuzin's off his line! And Dossena, in the most bizarre fashion, has given Sampdoria the lead here as it's played back to him. Surely this is an intended cross, but Kuzin is completely stranded, and he sees it sail into the corner. Now Giovanni, a long way out, but not too far, and Giovanni has scored for Bologna. 12 minutes to go, and no one from Fiorentina closed Giovanni down. Landucci caught off his line. Pari. Vialli had continued his run here. Oh, terrific goal from Vialli. He's such a confident striker. And that's the goal of a prolific marksman. Pari slotting it through then to Vialli. And Kuzin, again outsmarted.
Baresi. Juventus looking weary now and struggling to hold out. Ivani. Here's Van Basten. Milan have shown terrific character and also high class. Few players would have had the quality here to use all the time that was available to make sure of the shot, to make sure it was a scoring shot. But Marco Van Basten is a player of that pedigree. Bonetti misjudged the header. That was costly for Juventus. Careca, Crippa, has he got the strength? He has! It's a goal for Napoli from a very subtle free kick with Maradona and Careca embracing there because their part in it worked perfectly and Crippa did the rest. Maradona spurned the direct shot. It was a lovely little touch from Careca, but Crippa still had plenty to do. But he got the better of Marocchi and fired it home. Superbly worked, with some stealth outside the penalty area and strength inside it.
Pascoli, that's a sharp turn. Verdis, he has the pace, and he has the finishing power too. 5 minutes gone, and Verdis has given Lecce a shock lead here. Pascoli the provider, and Verdis renewing some old rivalries in this game, showing that he's still a quality striker.
Marocchi. This is Rui Barros. Schillaci's unmarked, and Juventus are in front. And Schillaci has struck his 7th goal of the season, and at the moment he has missed one chance in this game, but his ratio is simply splendid. But where were the defenders? He wasn't offside, he came behind Rui Barros. The finish was unerring. And Milan, who liked to play it square, wanted offside in the first place, but the flag stayed down and they couldn't repair the damage when the cross came in.
Here's Careca going through. De Napoli stretches but can't reach it. But the danger hasn't passed yet. Zola. 3-0. And Maradona, the man who normally wears number 10 shirt but is on the bench for this game, would have been equally proud of that one. So often wearing the number 10 shirt seems to inspire players of Napoli. And that's a terrific strike by Zola. Now will Giovanelli try again? He does, and this time he has scored! From almost the same position, and he came so close minutes ago. Giovanelli this time has beaten Tiranio. Ascoli 1, Lecce 0.
Donadoni takes it. Here's Carlo Ancelotti, who likes to shoot from the edge of the area, and you can see why. He's back with a bag. Well, Sampdoria will be angry with themselves that that free kick ever materialised, and then they were a little slow to get to Ancelotti. It swerved and left the goalkeeper completely beaten. cracker from Carlo Ancelotti, 1-1.
Marino Magrin takes the free kick and scores in the dying seconds of the game. Laudrup deceived by the free kick. And Verona now surely are heading for victory. Magrin.
Desideri leading the breakout. Would have been more dangerous if Rizzitelli had controlled the ball first time. It's his cross, it's dangerous now. It's 1-0 and Desideri has done it again. What a run he's having. It was almost as if Juventus relaxed fatally when Rizzitelli didn't control the first pass, but he chased on, retrieved and crossed, and Desideri kept on running forward himself and sneaked in there with a solid header, and not even Tacconi at the top of his form as he's been today could keep it out. For Stefano Desideri, his 8th goal of the season from midfield, and the applause still ringing round the stadium.
Genoa hoping for a change of fortune as they start this game. They've gone now 7 matches without a win. This is the Rotolo. It's a useful cross in, and Urban! What a start for Genoa! Rotolo with the cross, and goalkeeper Ferron stretching, can't get there. The header from Urban. Giannini showing such vision there. Desideri, and Roma off to a cracking start. Desideri, who's been in prolific goal-scoring form so far this season. That's his 2nd of the campaign. And he owes so much, though, to the vision of Giannini. Marocchi. Only a few seconds to go now. Can Juventus score a 3rd goal? They might well do here. Schillaci. That's his 10th of the season. And Juventus now completing a very convincing win. Goal number 3. Marocchi heavily involved in the build-up. And Schillaci showing again the quality of his marksmanship. Genoa holding on. How much longer can they defy Inter Milan? Berti, Serena! The answer is no longer. Serena at last with the breakthrough for Inter. The goal coming on 63 minutes. And just reward for the efforts of Inter Milan, who've been so much on top, and now they are in front. This is Bonetti, weaving a path to goal, and it's there! Giordano flicked it in. The shot was from Bonetti, and it was a subtle touch by Giordano that gives Bologna the lead. Little flick there. 1-0 to Bologna.
Oh, that's a lovely ball for Rizzitelli. Brilliant work by Roma. They've pitched another one. Rizzitelli went one way and the markers went another. And just when it looked as though Fiorentina was starting to fight back, they were caught out by a magnificent pass by Manfredonia, and Rizzitelli rounded it off. 2-0 to Roma. Look at the room that the two of them carved out, and there was nothing that Laudrup could do to stop that.
Alabao's pass, here's De Napoli. Fusi, yes! What dismay for Fiorentina, in contrast to the scenes of elation for Napoli. Fiorentina believed they'd scored at the other end, a goal that was disallowed, and now they find themselves behind as Fusi drives the ball through. Juan Babas is shaping up to take the free kick. Off the bar! And it's gone in! Oh, that's an incredible goal. And what on earth was goalkeeper Gregori doing? The ball was hit with such ferocity by Babas. The bar was rocking then. And as it comes down, well, poor old Gregori will have nightmares about that for years to come. Verona, the bottom side in the Italian league, determined not to be overawed here by Juventus. Pesquedu, it's a useful cross, and a goal from Iorio. And Tacconi won't be too happy there with his performance on the cross. As Pesquedu gallops away down the left, watch Tacconi, he starts to come, he's caught in two minds, and Iorio takes full advantage. Bortolazzi for Atalanta. Now, Caniggia. Surely he must score here. But he's pulled it back. Bortolazzi, and he has scored. Atalanta go ahead. Bortolazzi, who slotted it through then to Caniggia. Round the goalkeeper, and then unselfishly, he pulls it back for Bortolazzi to score. Mate. That's a clever piece of play by him. And a goal too from Antonio De Vitis. What a shock here for Napoli, the leaders. Udinese ahead, only 3 minutes gone. And the goal inspired by some very creative play down the flank by Mate. And in so quickly was De Vitis.
Giancarlo Marocchi is having a good season. Across to take the corner. Juventus also still in the UEFA Cup. Whipped in by Marocchi. Oh, and a free header. And it's Napoli. Niccolò Napoli, one of the big defenders, met a very well struck corner by Marocchi, and it absolutely flew past Landucci. So Juventus in 2 minutes have taken the lead here in Florence, and it was Kubik who didn't really mark Napoli well enough.
Casagrande, oh, the defender has slipped, and Casagrande has given Ascoli the lead in the most emphatic fashion. Ascoli down to 10 men with Zvetkovic having been sent off, but what a rally by them. Merlo, Bonomi, Merlo again, and a goal from Merlo. It's 1-1. Intricate approach play then from Cremonese. Bonomi just slipping it through. There wasn't a very decisive tackle there. And Merlo tucks it away. Orlando now with time beginning to run out for Napoli. Good play by Orlando. Mate, that's two. And surely now that's clinched it for Udinese. Wild scenes of celebration. Orlando deceiving two defenders here. Back into the path of Mate, and Giuliani can't get down quick enough. Mancini's cross, Catanet's down. Lombardo! That's the first goal. 54 minutes gone, and Lombardo strikes for Sampdoria, the former Cremonese player, surrounded by defenders, but his finishing was very cool. A comfortable ride for Cesena, and they're still looking for further goals here. Nobile, and he scored another one. It's 4. Salvatore Nobile. And Cesena now on the verge of their biggest win for several years. Nobile dribbling past the defenders, and with the outside of his foot sweeps it in. 4-0. Landucci will be concerned that the wall is perfectly placed. Aguilera, though, has beaten it, and beaten Landucci too. Right at the start of the second half, Genoa take the lead. Might just have clipped the wall then. Landucci failed to make it anyway. Lecce hoping to build on their early lead from that rather ludicrous goal that came off the bar. And there's a second one. Benedetti makes it 2-0 to Lecce. And this is turning into a disastrous afternoon for Gregori. That first goal that came off the bar to deceive him, and now he's motionless on his line. The shot from Benedetti.
It's Mattioli over the ball. Bremer is there, and so is Mateus! What a cracking free kick! Well, that was Boskov you saw there, the coach whose side have conceded a goal, trying to get a message to his players, but I don't think Pagliuca saw it or even smelt it. It exploded past him, and Inter lead by a goal to 0. Giuliani setting his wall. Giannini over the ball. It's Nella. Oh, it's a goal! And Napoli are stunned. Nella punches the air in delight. And it was the air that Giuliani felt as well. He was nowhere near the ball. It was almost as if he felt that it was going to pass over the bar or wide. Total misjudgment, and Napoli are a goal down. And what a bizarre goal too. A fairly straightforward free kick, a long way out, and look what's happened.
Benedetti. Great strike. Oh, and a memorable goal by Benedetti. Lecce ahead. Benedetti strode on, there was no tackle forthcoming. And he fires the ball past Peruzzi. Here's Klinsmann now. He always has so much pace, Klinsmann. And he's confident too. Klinsmann scores. His first campaign in Italy is turning into a very successful one. That's his 10th goal of the season. Schiavone beaten from way outside the area. Now, Maradona, what tricks will he have up his sleeve here? That's the answer. 2-0 to Napoli, and the scorer, the mercurial Diego Maradona. The free kick taken quickly, elegantly floated over. Now Pasculi, Vinza! 1-0 to Lecce. The team without an away win so far in the Italian league. Some poor defending here. Pasculi lays it back, and it's hit venomously by Vinza.
The difficulty for Milan is to keep moving the ball swiftly on this muddy pitch. Well, Ivani is in a useful position here. Very useful, that's Massaro! They've only had to wait 2 minutes into the second half to beat Giuliani. And Daniele Massaro came through a line of defenders to meet Ivani's cross. He thought quickly, he moved quickly, and that's the result. And that's what most of this huge crowd in this magnificent stadium have been waiting to see. It was a splendid header. This is Careca. The angle's against him. Oh, it's a fantastic Brazilian goal with the outside of the right foot. And that was no fluke. Chivone left perplexed. And Napoli have turned it around here in the second half. Beautifully timed pass, no suggestion of offside there. Careca one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It looked almost impossible, but how about that? Cheeky, but classy.
Marocchi with Scalacci. Marocchi striding on. It's 2-0. And one of the best young players in Italian football underlines there just why he's so highly rated. Marocchi starting the move and finishing it off too. Elegantly round Ferro. And Juventus increase their lead. Sampdoria hoping for the security of a second goal, and they might find one here. Lombardo. They worked the opening so well. And as the ball's floated through, Lombardo strikes it in. Cesena still being pegged back here. This is Bergodi, saved by Rossi. But Sosa scores. An instinctive reaction then from Sosa. Rossi could only palm out the shot from Bergodi. And how quickly then Sosa responded. 4-0 to Lazio. Almost an hour gone and the game still without a goal. Maialaro doing well here though. And a chance now. Di Gennaro scored. Antonio Di Gennaro for Bari. Benefiting from some persistent play by Maialaro. Dragging defenders over. And Di Gennaro's finishing was exemplary.
From left to right to take it. That's Maldini! A flashing header, 2-0. And that might be too much for Napoli now. And all the while there has been the suspicion that Milan have been the stronger side in the air. And both goals have come from headers. And Paolo Maldini stole in there.
Salsano with Mancini. Now Vialli, he's onside. The maestro is back. Just 3 minutes after coming on as a substitute, Vialli, who's had such a long layoff through injury, announces his return. Salsano and Mancini setting up the opportunity for Vialli. And he doesn't miss chances like this.
Careca showing that he can be a powerful force. This is a terrific run from the Brazilian, and it's produced a fabulous goal for Napoli. A one-man show. And the passionate fans who've made the journey here from Naples will feel that the trip is already worthwhile to see this. Persistence and then penetration too. Wonderful control and composure in the finish. And he left a trail of defenders in his wake, and he's given Napoli the lead just as he did here last season. Oh, that was splendidly done by Maradona. Look at that. Well, if he's in the mood, we could be in for a treat here. And Juventus might be made to really suffer. This is Crippa. Oh, well hit! Off the post! De Napoli. Maradona's there. Goal! Goal for Napoli. Maradona. His 13th of the season. It's come in the 13th minute. And it was unlucky for Tacconi, who did very well to touch Crippa's fantastic shot onto the top of the post. De Napoli didn't lose his concentration, nor did Maradona. They went for goal and they got it. An instant turn, an immediate shot.
Bari looking to move straight into their stride here. Carbone to Mondelli, Maialaro. Oh, a sensational start by Bari. The game barely 45 seconds old, and they've taken the lead. Carbone with an impressive run. It's laid off here by Mondelli, and the shot from Maialaro. The points so vital here for two teams struggling down at the foot of the table. And here's an early chance. Branca! And it's there! Marco Branca for Udinese. Profiting from Gallego's pass, which split open the Cremonese defence. On went Branca. And that was very cool finishing. Napoli having to defend here. Pascoli! 1-1. Vincer got away down the left. And Pascoli deceived Giuliani then. A deft touch. Setting the goalkeeper the wrong way. Lecce back at 1-1.
And here's Rui Barros. Zavarov. Nicely done. And Laudrup, the other Soviet, linking up with him. Here's Schillaci, the flag has stayed down. And Juventus have struck here through their leading scorer. And Milan are furious with the linesman. And Laudrup kept on going. And it was the timing of the pass there. I would have thought he got it absolutely right. And so too did Schillaci. It was the finish of a confident man.
Salsano on for Mancini to chase. Dossena coming in, and he scores! Sampdoria 1, Napoli 0, 8 minutes to half-time. Salsano's delightful pass sending Mancini away. So often the provider of goals for Sampdoria, and that was his role here. Dossena with a great strike. Milan hoping to cancel out that earlier goal from Benedetti. And here's Baresi! That's the equaliser. Franco Baresi, the AC Milan captain, coming forward for the back as he so often does with menace. It's Simone who returns the pass to him, and Baresi makes it 1-1. Careca, oh, a delightful flick off. Carnevali, Careca scores! Napoli are back on level terms. And there we saw the genius of Careca. One of the world's greatest finishers, and at last Pagliuca beaten.
Alenikov. Oh, he's done that beautifully. Zavarov. No offside. There's two of them in. Rui Barros takes it on. He gets his second. Juventus have three. And the smile of celebration there really says we might have done enough now. With two, there might have been a recovery. But three, well, that would be some finish. And Rui Barros has got the goal touch back with a vengeance. What a timely return to form.
Rotella, he's got away from his man here. Aguilera. Oh, that's lovely skill. And a goal from Fiorentina. Genoa have equalised. It stemmed from Rotella's cross. Look at the skill here of Aguilera, flicking the ball up over his head. And a first-time strike by Fiorentina. Verona with a fight on to preserve their lead. And they've kept it no longer. Bonetti with a spectacular goal. Well, Peruzzi may have saved a penalty minutes ago, but he had no chance at all with that stunning effort from Bonetti. 2-2. Now, Bruno Conti may well try one from here. He has, and he's scored two. Bruno Conti, the old Italian international star, celebrating as if it's his first goal. Fabulous free kick. 1-0 to Roma.
Taccone agitated. And the wall likewise. Maradona takes it. Oh! He has done it once more. Whatever the barrier, he can bypass it. In the end, only four in the wall. It curled over Marocchi's head, and Taccone, at the full extent of his dive, couldn't get there. A masterful free kick. Here's the corner from Vanna. The header from Sotomayor! It's 1-1! An astonishing equaliser! And everything is going wrong for Milan here. No sooner has their coach been dismissed from the bench than their lead has been taken from them as well. In a match they would feel they have to win. Verona absolutely thrilled by this, and it's the Argentinian defender Victor Hugo Sotomayor who came in here with the most emphatic of headers.
There's danger here. Oh, the goalkeeper's lost it. Zvetkovic. Surely he must score. He has now. There were defenders trailing in his wake, and Zvetkovic, with his fourth goal in 5 games, has given Ascoli a real lift. Guerrero came to collect it and never managed to do so. He's all over the place now. Zvetkovic perseveres. Defenders going down. Guerrero's still down. And that's an incredible goal. 3 minutes to half-time. It's Perone. And there's the first goal. Rapula denied him from the penalty spot earlier, but not this time. Very strong run there by Perone. Swapping passes with Maialaru, and Perone going on to score. Maradona easily shaking off one of his attendants, and he scored! 8 minutes gone, and Napoli are 2-0 up here. First Careca, now Maradona, and Bologna simply couldn't contain him. And just look at the force then on the shot.
Try to get an offside with their depleted ranks. Here's Pushetto. Verona now suddenly in with a chance of a most improbable victory. Have they got the attitude to try and take it? They certainly need the extra point if they can possibly come up with it. And Pellegrini is onside. Here's Pellegrini. He scored! And Verona, astonishingly, are 2-1 in front, and the misery for Milan gets worse and worse. Was Scritti offside in the centre? Well, he wasn't trying to interfere with play. Pellegrini clipped it over Pazzaglia, who didn't put up a hand in defence. It wasn't too high over the goalkeeper, it seemed. It was as if he accepted the inevitable here.
Berti, Serena, Bergomi, oh, 2-0, and the goal by Bergomi, the cornerstone of Milan's defence, reminding us there that he has attacking flair too. Alessio with the free kick, 3-0 to Juventus. Vialli, the goalkeeper, looks a disconsolate figure. Alessio curling it beyond him and right into the corner. Diego Maradona inevitably will take the free kick for Napoli. In goes Baroni. Yes! Napoli in front. A beautifully flighted free kick then by Diego Maradona, and Baroni timed his run and headed to perfection.
Well, the championship went to Napoli for only the second time in their history. Their other title, also Maradona-inspired, in 1987. Milan's consolation for finishing runners-up, retaining the European Cup, as well as winning the World Club Championship. Sampdoria were triumphant in the Cup Winners' Cup, Juventus in the UEFA Cup, an unprecedented treble for Italy in the 3 major European competitions. At the bottom, Verona, Italian champions as recently as 1985, they were one of 4 clubs relegated, along with Ascoli and 2 of last season's promoted clubs, who found the First Division standards just too high, Udinese and Cremonese. In their places, Torino and Pisa return after only 1 season in the second division, also promoted Cagliari and Parma. The top scorers, Marco van Basten led the way with 19, just ahead of Roberto Baggio, who'll play for Juventus next season. And then Diego Maradona's 16-goal contribution to the champions. As you'd expect, all 3 feature in our selection as we leave you with our top 10 goals from a terrific season in Italy.